Hi, it's me again. And you know, sometimes you just stumble across a story in a paper that absolutely boils your piss, don't you? I mean, MPs don't exactly have it hard at the best of times, do they? But now they can have discounted booze 24 hours a day, and I bet they can smoke in there and do all the stuff you can't do in your local pub that you can't afford to go to because a pint of lager is now £6 bloody. Have a look at the headline, look. MPs guzzle 250 grand's worth of discount booze, including champagne paid for by us. An investigation revealed that £265,000 was spent in Parliament's canteens and bars, which run at a loss, on 48,175 purchases from April to the end of March this year. So this is the canteens and the bars in Parliament, and they're not fully subsidised, and they don't sell any products under cost price, apparently. But they do check the costs of what they sell to be the lowest they can be with reference to the rest of the country. So while you may go to your local pub if you live in a town and pay £6, £6.50, £7 for a pint of lager, I was in a Green King the other day out in the countryside and it was £5.20, which I thought was a lot for out in the countryside, personally, when there was no Wetherspoons near me at the time. But so yeah, they're not fully subsidised, right? They are paying for this, but they're paying on the cheap, and it's open funny hours, and they're getting food and everything, and it's all paid for by us through our taxes. Now, I'm not saying Parliament shouldn't have a canteen, but what I am saying is, why are they getting it on the cheap? Why are they getting it on the cheap? In that part of London, could you go and have a pint of lager and a pie or something on the cheap? No, you bloody couldn't. They're already getting loads of money and expenses and all of these things that we know the MPs claim. It's just another perk of being above us little people, isn't it? A parliamentary spokesperson said parliamentary catering services are accessible to all pass holders, including staff, members and journalists. Yeah, you've got to keep the journalists sweet or they might say something terrible about an MP, hey? But if you keep them sweet with some discounted food and some cheap beer, yeah, you might not get a bad story come out. As well as thousands of visitors to Parliament every year. Catering services support a range of functions, including international visits and public events. Our food and drink offering is regularly benchmarked against similar outlets outside Parliament. The services are not directly subsidised and all food and drink are sold above cost price. We continually seek to reduce costs. Catering in Parliament's restaurants and bars is not directly subsidised, but runs at a loss, meaning taxpayers' money effectively supports the overall operation. So my old family business that I grew up in was pubs. And if we run at a loss, we'd close down. Well, we did. We did close down a few years ago. But they don't have to worry about that. And they benchmark the prices, but they don't benchmark the prices, as I said, against local establishments. They find the cheapest places in the UK, and that's their prices, right? So they go to the north, basically, and look at the prices there, and they're the prices that you pay in Parliament. And that's why it runs at a loss. What the hell? I don't know how much a pint of lager would be in a pub in Westminster, but I'd hazard a guess at bloody near a tenner. Are they paying that? Of course they're not. They're guzzling champagne, discounted beer, and discounted food. And it's not all right. If you want to eat there, you should pay full whack. How can it run at a loss for us to subsidise? We already subsidise your life. We already pay for your second homes. We already pay for your expenses. Why the hell should we pay for your lunch and your champagne or your booze or whatever the hell it is that you're doing in the parliamentary canteens? If they can't run at least break even, they should shut down. Right? Sell the franchise to somebody else. Let someone else go in there and open up, put the prices up and try and make a profit and get some of their tax money back that they've been paying for these bloody MPs. I don't understand how they're allowed to run at a loss. It's not right. It is not right at all, is it? So just for a laugh, it did say there, didn't it? An investigation revealed that £265,000 was spent in Parliament's canteens on 48,175 purchases in the year. So I just divided the two together. So it's an average purchase price of £5.50. An average purchase price. So that's bottles of wine, bottles of champagne, double whiskies, pints of lager, food. An average purchase price of £5.50. If I took you out in Westminster and we had a couple of beers, a bottle of wine, maybe a couple of sandwiches or a pie, do you think the average purchase price would be £5.50? No. No, something needs to give, doesn't it? Something needs to give. They're getting, these people at the top, getting so many privileges, and us little people down here are getting shat on left, right, and centre, with the taxes on fuel being absolutely ridiculous, but they can claim travel expenses. We pay all the gas, all the bloody council tax going through the roof. They can claim some of that on expenses. And now they're eating out cheaper than we can. Something's wrong in the world, isn't it? Let me know what you think about it all down in the comments below. And as always, thanks for watching, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, because that way, hopefully, I'll see you in another video again soon. Ta-da.